Hello, loves. Welcome back to WitchyMarlaina's Ghost Adventures. I'm your host, Witchy Marlaina, and today, 50 states and 500 scariest places to visit. And today's state is West Virginia, specifically Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Actually, I'll show you why too. We are talking about this guy. This is Mothman, who is the famous cryptid of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and I'm so excited to talk about him. Now, you've heard me talk about the Jersey Devil, Bigfoot, Loch Ness monsters, aliens, the cryptids of American and world folklore are embedded everywhere. But in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, they have embraced the Mothman to the point where it is ingrained in their community. So let's get back into Point Pleasant and how this came about. Point Pleasant, West Virginia was known as the first site of the first battle of the Revolutionary War. But it also is very known for this cryptid, feathered, large, humanoid thing called the Mothman. November 15th, 1966, we have Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallet. Steve and Mary Mallet are driving along a road in Point Pleasant when all of a sudden this thing comes in front of their car. Roger slams on the brakes and looks, and all they see is red eyes gleaming at them. They say that it looked like 6-7 foot. They saw feathers, but it looked more human than bird. So Roger, in a panic, makes a quick U-turn and slams on the gas and goes back towards town. Now, what the other passengers have said is that when this being with red eyes came and started following them, it looked like it was very clumsily walking, but once it started going, it almost hovered like a helicopter, and it glided through the air, and it caught up to the car that was going about 100 miles an hour. Now, they located the Mothman near an old abandoned Army National Guard armory and a power plant. That's where they feel like he came out from the depths of hell, or he came out from space beyond, wherever he came from. That was the place that Roger, Linda, Steve, and Mary saw the Mothman for the first time. They went to the cops. Of course they would. And even the Point Pleasant registry the following day had headlines that were kind of crazy. It says, couples see monster bird ... creature ... something. They couldn't explain it. And in between November 1966 and December of 1967, this moth-like creature, bird, man, wreaked havoc in Point Pleasant and all around in the surrounding areas in West Virginia. This thing would creep up on houses, was being seen by people driving, and also was abducting pets, specifically dogs. In Salem, West Virginia, there was a German Shepherd named Bandit, and his owner saw that he was missing, and followed the footsteps to the wooded area behind her house, and saw that the dog footprints started to make a circle, almost like the dog was pacing in a circle, and then all of a sudden the footprints stopped, almost like it was sucked up. Right? Now, like I said, the Mothman's appearances dwindled down when the Silver Bridge collapsed in December of 1967. So it's kind of like He's chill. I hope he's not like a Pennywise where he comes out every so often. I don't know. But claims in the early 2000s saw the same type of creature, cryptid being in Chicago, and they called it the Mothman of Chicago because the Mothman lore is so enveloped into this town that it has a following outside of West Virginia. Now, in 2006, a man named Jeff Wembley, he grew up with a dad who used to work at the National Guard Armory, where the first sighting of the Mothman was, and heard all of these stories and was so fascinated by all of this that he made a museum. It has all of the documents, police reports, newspaper articles, you name it. It has everything to do with Mothman. And the picture I showed you is a 12-foot bronzy statue, metal statue, commemorating this red-eye creature in town square. This place, like I said, they embrace the Mothman so much that they even have festivals. This year, the Mothman Festival in Point Pleasant, West Virginia is going to be held September 16th and 17th. So I would definitely, if you are interested in this creature, go there, take a picture with the cosplayed Mothman out there with the big old statue, eat a Mothman pancake, because apparently that's a big thing in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And just, they have Etsy shops, stuffies, you name it. They love this. This town embraces it so much. And just enjoy the Mothman. Thank you so much for joining me on my ghost adventures. I have 2 more states to finish off this book, and then I'm going to revamp this segment. You know how I said I was revamping kind of all my segments? This segment's going to be revamped. I have a new book coming in, and I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to share it. Thank you so much for joining me on my ghost adventures. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!